Hey everybody, Bill and Deb.
Hi there.
What is the date today? May
I
the
don't
what?
know. May the 23rd, 24th.
20-something. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah. And we have decided that next year we're not coming back to Northwest Arkansas to take care of business until June the 1st, right? Here, let me fix your... It worked its way out.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
That's better.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's cold again.
Yeah.
50s. Rainy.
Well, 50-something.
I think
rainy.
it's 58
Yeah.
when I checked a while ago.
Okay. All right. At any rate, this is not what we have expected. But anyway,
No.
that's just all part of it. It's still beautiful, this area, you know. And we're just about done with all of our business. Briefly, right quick, we'll tell you. The van is up on the rack. The transmission is out of it. The transmission is at a transmission shop right now getting rebuilt.
Woohoo!
Yeah. And hopefully we'll possibly have the van back by the end of the week. And that'll give us enough time to test drive it and make sure that everything is okay before we hit the road again. Hopefully around June the 10th, somewhere in that ballpark, when we start on our next adventure. So that's a good thing.
Yes, it is.
know?
That's a good thing.
And thank everyone for helping out with that.
Absolutely.
You know, it was really awesome. And it went a long ways. Every little bit helps, that's for sure. So anyway, this our beloved mini split, and I do not want to make this video because I know good and well that the comments are going to blow up. And I know that I'm going to have a lot of I told you so's
Well,
come in.
yes, and they're right.
Yeah, they're right. So go easy on me, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take pity on us. Remember what we were going through when we was building this.
Yeah. Please.
Please.
Please. But to make a long story short, we had a lightning storm the other day. We had a power surge, and the two things that it damaged was part of our mini split and our string lights that we have outside. It blew them up. They don't work at all now. So yeah, I'm going to get this out of the way right now. Yes, we should have had a surge protector plugged in at the pole. We've went over 3 years full timing and never ever ever had a surge protector.
And maybe we should.
Yeah, well, no, there's no maybe to it. So yes, we are going to get a surge protector, okay?
Yes.
So here again, go easy on me, you know. So
well, getting right down to it, this had a code pop up when
Right.
we tried to turn the heat on.
right,
And
In
of course-
May.
In May. And what was that code?
E3.
E3.
Flashed up an E3 code. So anyway, just to make a long story, you know, we're going to go ahead and explain what happened and our dealings with Senville, the people that, you know, we bought it from. When it flashed up the E3 code, of course, immediately I started doing research, and my research told me that when it flashes an E3 code, there's a readout on the inside unit. You know, it usually tells you what temperature you got it set at and things like that. But whenever it's in defrost mode or something like that, it'll come up and say DF, and you know that it's in defrost mode and it's doing this and doing that. You know, different things that readout tells you. But then it flashed the E3 code, and of course the inside unit would not come on. This outside unit worked, the fan was spinning, everything was working out here. So we researched what an E3 code is, and an E3 code is either the motherboard on the inside unit is bad, or the fan motor on the inside unit is bad. One of the two. And then there's a procedure you go through to determine which it is by using a meter. And the way you do it, you unhook this, you pull this cover plate off over here. I know you can't see it very well, but there's a cover plate here where the power comes in, and this is where all your different pin connectors are. And by jumping across two pins, which would be pin number, in this case 2 and 3, depending on what kind of readout you get on your meter, once you set it at a constant DC voltage, depending on how the readout reads, will tell you if it's either the fan motor or the motherboard. Well, the readout, or what we determined from that test, indicated that the motherboard was bad. So that's what I was going by the whole time. Well, Monday, which was yesterday, I called Senville, because this happened all over the weekend. I called Senville to talk to them and talk to someone in Canada. That's where they're out of. And the guy had a really nice French accent, which was pretty cool. Very, very nice person. And I told him what was going on. And he says, well, he says 99% of the time, actually he said 100% of the time, honestly, when it flashes an E3 code, it's always the fan motor. Well, the fan motor is only like $45, which was good, but here again, going through the procedures that I went through, it indicates that it's the motherboard. So I started talking to him and I said, well, how soon can I get one out? And also during the course of the conversation, I said, now, first he said, we'll go ahead and ship it to you under warranty because you've had it for less than a year. And I said, well, I appreciate that, but I said, I need to tell you that I did not install this on a house. I installed it on a cargo trailer that we had converted into an RV. That's just the easiest way to explain to some folks, that we can, if you try to go into other details,
it just gets
it's just easier to say you converted it into an RV. But anyway, I said, so I really expect to have to pay for this, and that's okay. He says, no, we'll go ahead and fix it under warranty. So that was a cool thing.
Well, I said, well, yeah, but we ordered this through Amazon.
Right.
And he says, that's okay. Do you have your order number? Well, I was able to look back through my orders from last year.
Because we never even filled out the warranty card and sent it in because we didn't think we'd be able to get it repaired under warranty anyway.
I'd always been told that these aren't covered under warranty when you use them this way. So I didn't bother with it.
Right.
It's like, whatever.
Exactly.
But he pulled up my order number through Amazon. Found us. He verified our address. Of course, it's a different address that we're shipping to than because last time we installed it in Florida.
Right. And we're in Arkansas now.
And now we're in Arkansas. But we were shocked and amazed.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But then I was still a little concerned. He was ready to ship the fan motor to me. And I said, well, I understand what you're saying, but I said, here again, according to everything that I've read and all the videos that I've watched, and I even downloaded a test procedure that I thought came from Senville. And I said, here again, the test indicates that it is the motherboard. I said, so I'm willing, if you want to send me the fan, that fan motor, that is great. I am willing to pay for the motherboard. Just because I don't want to have to, if it turns out to be the motherboard later, I don't want to have to wait another week or two for,
Because believe it or not, it is going to get hot.
Yes. And we hope we have this done before it gets too hot.
Yeah.
And he immediately comes back and says, I'll just go ahead and throw in the motherboard too.
Isn't that awesome?
Under warranty. So we were prepared to pay at least $100, maybe $145 plus whatever shipping costs would be, because we felt like we wouldn't have a warranty because of where we installed it. Now, I'm not going to say that this would happen to everybody all the time. We might have just caught them on a good day or what. I do not know. So I'm not going to say that this is actual fact. You may not have the same results, but in our case,
just don't automatically assume, I guess is what we're saying.
Yeah. In our case, they immediately said they're going to send us everything under warranty. So we are getting a new fan motor and a motherboard, and it's not going to cost us anything.
And they're supposed to try to get it shipped today.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to get notification.
Yeah, they told me that they would send me a tracking number. So I'm hoping, I haven't got that email yet for the tracking number, but hopefully if they don't have it, if I don't get the tracking number today, I'll wait till tomorrow. And if I don't see an email yet, I will probably contact them again just to, verify what's going on. But to this point, Deb and I are elated.
Absolutely. And what are we going to do with that the money we thought we were going to have to spend on this?
We're going to order a surge protector.
Yeah. We have that's enough. We've had our warning now.
Yeah. Yep. But I've also been watching videos on how to replace the fan motor, and it doesn't look complicated at all. I feel confident that we can do this. I feel confident that anybody that has basic DIY skills can do this with no problem. So when we do get the products in, we will be documenting that with a video as well as how we did this, you know, how we replaced that. And then we'll hope that when we turn it on,
It all works.
it all works and it doesn't come back with an E3 code again. But here again, you know, the E3 code means either the motherboard and the inside
And what
unit,
caused that, according to what we researched?
power surge.
A power surge.
Yeah, power surge can cause it. So, and we had a massive one. We went into town to run errands, and on the way back, and we went through, and we had a heavy thunderstorm while we were in town. And out here in this area where we are, because we've been here many times before, was one of our favorite campgrounds. They do have power outages here on a regular basis, you know. But on our way back out after that storm that we went through, we saw electrical service trucks, you know, along the side of the road working on the power line. So I
So
told
we
Deb,
fully expected to not have any electricity when we got
I
here.
said, that's
so.
not a good sign. We're probably not going to have power when we get here. And sure enough, when we started pulling down the hill to come up to our campsite, the string lights that we have outside that we leave on most all the time were out.
Yeah.
So we thought, well, our power's out.
Yep.
But when we went inside, the power was on, the coffee pot was working, you know, the refrigerator was working, everything was on. But the outside receptacle, it is on a GFCI breaker, and it had blown. So I knew that something caused that GFCI breaker to blow to
my
shut off
outside
our
lights.
lights, to our string lights that we have outside. Well, so that was our first indication, and then that's when we discovered the E3 code
Right.
on the unit.
Because I decided, man, it's chilly. I want a little heat.
Now, on another note, this morning we thought, well, you know, the power's working fine on the outside receptacle, you know, and everything is fine. So let's plug the lights back in, and they wouldn't come on, even though there is power to that plug now,
Yeah.
because we tested it in other ways, and there is power to that plug. So evidently, whatever happened also blew out the little transformers, because these are, you know, it converts over to 12-volt LED lighting, and probably blew out the little transformers in there. So we did have a major power surge of some kind, or a lightning strike or something, you know. So there we are.
So there you are. There's another update.
Yeah. But, you know, it's not the mini split's fault.
No, it's our fault.
If it's anybody's fault, it's our fault.
Yeah.
So we are going to, in fact, we're going into town where we have better service here in a little bit to do some laundry. And while we're in there, we're going to, when we have good internet and we could do some good searching, we're going to find us a surge protector and get it on its way.
Yep.
So there. But I know that I'm going to get a lot of I told you so's. It's okay. I can take it.
We can take it. We got big shoulders.
It's all right. It's okay. But it's a learning experience.
It's another one of those live and learn things.
I guess we've been pretty fortunate when you consider the fact that we went 3.5 years almost
Without a surge
and
protector.
without a surge protector and never had any issues.
Exactly.
So, but never again.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Right.
Absolutely.
Transmission, air conditioner, what else? We don't want to talk about it.
You shouldn't have said that.
Everything's
Better
fine.
knock on wood real quick.
Anyway, I guess we'll go.
All right.
All right. This is Bill and Deb with I Ride Tiny House Adventures. And like we always say, we're not camping.
We're living.
This is kind of like home ownership, you know. when
It's
you gotta-
almost like
yeah.
that. We got to
gotta-
get on the road. It's
you know.
safer out there.
But no, we're not going to go rent an apartment,
No.
you know, and let somebody else worry about it. We're going
No.
to keep doing what we're doing. But here again, we are not camping.
We're living.
Y'all get out there and do some living with a surge protector. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.